Hello, happy Friday to everybody. It is February 10th, 2023, approximately 1:45 p.m. So I'm going to wait and see if anybody comes in, and maybe we can do an open chit chat. I'm hoping I figured out this StreamYard a little bit better. But so for the meantime, uh, I would have preferred to done this broadcast a little bit later. I'm not complaining about this. I know this is going to bother some people. In Southwest Florida, it's 85 degrees. I'm looking at my little thing down here. It's 85 degrees and sunny. So by like 2:30, 3 o'clock, the sun really, it really, where I'm set up out here on this lanai, it really becomes a problem. Hey, what's up, Guggen? JJ. So I'm going to talk about a few things. I'm feeling really down today. I mean, like, I haven't felt this way in a long time, but I'm feeling really down, and I'll tell you why. What some things going on, but there are some positive things going on too. So I'm outside. All the doors are shut. My mom's phone rings all the time. I don't know. Apparently, this mic picks up crickets and everything. So I don't know if you can hear that phone ringing, but trying to deal with it. So I'm gonna wait another minute or so, and then we're gonna hit some topics and talk about some things kind of going on in my life, positive and not so positive. Some talking about some good friends, and then hopefully you guys can share what may be some positive things going on in your life in the future. But anyway, so let's wait just a little bit. If anybody wants to come up, they're more than welcome to. I think I may have this figured out. I think I have to go to the private chat, send the link or something like that. We'll figure this out. I don't know, one way or the other. But all right, so I'm going to start the ball rolling. Sometimes when I talk about certain subjects involving an elderly parent, I have to be sensitive to how loud I talk. So for anybody that's not familiar with, what I'm going through, I'm living with my 89-year-old mother who is suffering from dementia and is declining rapidly every day. Every day it's a new nonstop adventure. She really needs constant supervision at this stage. And I hate to think about the alternative because, she has one of her wishes is to, not be put in a home. I can totally respect that. She's losing it. She's crazy. She keeps thinking she has the car keys, and she hasn't been allowed to drive for since December of 2021 or whatever. So yeah, it's 14 months, whatever it is, and she doesn't comprehend that she doesn't have the keys. The power of attorney, who lives about 2 hours away, has both sets of keys, which makes it very inconvenient if she does want or need to go somewhere because she can't deal with my van like as much as she thinks she can, but she can't because my van has some issues. The height, she can barely get in and out of her own car. So just she did some online, some phone banking. I don't know. She thought somebody had hacked her account, or I don't know. So it's like all this stuff that I don't have access to. So I called the power of attorney and let him know, hey, he didn't answer. He never answers his phone. He's, I guess a busy person. I don't know. I leave the message, hey, can you double check check the banking, make sure everything's legit. There was a $500 charge to lens crafters, and so I don't know all that. Hello, Beverly. Hello, JJ. Guggen Barbecue. Thank you guys for tuning in. So we kind of go round and round, and my mom keeps thinking she's going to the bank, and I'm like, no, Mom, just hang tight. Let's check this. Well, I didn't know she had also called my brother, the power of attorney, and it's like I left one message, one calm, polite message. Hey, can you double check on the bank? So I finally get a return call, and it the the comment like, oh, like it was not it was like we were freaking out. I'm like, no, I left you one message, communicated with you calmly and politely on a recording. So that's some of the stuff. So then there, he's coming back Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which he didn't show up for 5 weeks because he was, I guess, ill or something like that, which during that time period, I felt more tranquil, more relaxed because there's a lot of drama going on there. But anyway, so like the dementia thing is, it's oh my God, it's a never ending struggle with, what's going to happen today. She doesn't. She tries to write checks. I always try and supervise that. If I take another full time job, which I would like to or need to do, that means she's probably going to have to go into a home. So and that's not cheap, and nobody wants that. But so it's like a catch-22. So it's that's been a struggle. And like when I was working recently a full time job, it was a little bit different schedule at times. The she has to take certain medicines, 3 pills in the morning, 4 in the evening. Both would be like one set would be 7 a.m., one would be 7 p.m. And see if I called her from work because I would leave early in the morning to go, start my travels to get to work. I would call her and she said, yes, I took the pills when you called me earlier. Well, Mom, I didn't call you, please get up and, so there's times where she's like, no, she's, getting mad at me. Like, no, I took my pills. I'm like, okay. And then I come home and she didn't take the pills. Her brain's just not working. So that's that. So, and then just the weather, I try and sell my fishing tackle on weekends. The weather's been non-conducive and it looks like literally it's going to be a blowout this weekend, 20-mile-an-hour winds due to some storm front, whatever. So I'm like, man, it's like, so yeah, my spirits are really down today. And my mom is so forgetful that she doesn't understand why I'm here. I'm here to try and keep her under control as much as possible. She had a lot of checkbook errors, and she's putting she's trying to send out the power bill in an envelope with those little windows, and the address she's sending it to is not appearing. It's just like all these little things may seem minuscule, but they're going to escalate. They're going to be bigger problems. And she gets a lot of calls that are, pretty much scams, so, that needs to be prevented as much as possible. And, the brother he's 2 hours away, and he's only going to be here part-time. And so that's been difficult. So now I want to, I'm so happy to see Rita's Roost in the house. Excellent channel. Hello, Ted. Thank you for joining in. Rita's Roost is a really cool channel. She does a lot of cooking. I talked about her on the last, one of the last chats we had. And hey, Preston, welcome in too, sir. Thank you. And I didn't realize that Rita's Roost, I just watched, she did I think it's called a pizza. It's rather than having like dough pizza dough crust. She did it with like ground beef, and that was looked really good, really good. But she has over 8,000 subscribers. That blows my mind. I was like, whoa! I knew she was good and popular. And she's funny, and she's natural. And so anybody that is tuned in that is not subscribed to any of the channels I'm about to mention, we have JJ Jones in the house. We have Off the Hook Outdoors. We have Rita's Roost, Oklahoma Adrenaline Life. And we also had Beverly Moffett is in the house. What's this other? Guggen Barbecue. So there's a lot of good channels. I'm proud to be connected with some really good friends. So we've been talking somewhat on some of my videos about Pay It Forward February, and so JJ Drones, Jason Johnson, had made a small contribution. I hope that doesn't sound derogatory. It was not, it wasn't like $1 million, but he made a contribution, and we were able to, with his financial assistance and my ability to transport, we took a dozen donuts earlier in the week to Estero Fire and Rescue. And I know Chief Glenn Brownlee very well. Well, I wouldn't say great, but I know him well enough to know he's done a lot of good. He is part of a unit that when they get all these crazy wildfires out in California and Arizona and all that stuff, they pack up a bunch of guys and they'll be out there, for a month at a time at times. It's crazy. But so I thought, they were more than worthy of a dozen donuts. And then there's a lady named April who works for Office Depot here in Estero, Florida, at Coconut Point Shopping Center. She's the manager there. She's always been real nice to me due to my situation and moving and all this stuff. I don't have a printer currently, so I'll send some documents to Office Depot to get printed. And whenever she's behind the counter there, she never really charges me. I don't want to get her in trouble or anything, but so she was definitely worthy of getting a nice. They call it an 8-corner pizza from Jet's Pizza. So we have, executed two good deeds. There's going to be some more coming up. Now, I don't know. There was another gesture that was done today. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this publicly. If anybody is in the chat that knows about this gesture and it's okay for me to talk about a donation, then I will come to say what's in the works for this hashtag find a way to serve the cause that's going on. Okay, so Jason Johnson, JJ Drones, he wanted to sponsor a person with a fishing kit, a starter fishing kit. So we have like a budget of $100 we're working with. It's going to be executed sometime in the near future. It's probably going to have to be delivered to what I'm thinking about is going to that restaurant that I told everybody about, FK Your Diet, which stands for Foster Kid Your Diet. The owners Doug and Amy do great things. So when you're involved in foster kids, any type of filming or anything like that, it's going to be a little sketchy, and I don't want that. I might take like a selfie picture with the owner. I just gotta find out his schedule, and we're going to make the donation, and then let him donate. He knows a lot of people in need, so it doesn't have to be a foster kid. It could be whatever, like family going through a divorce or something like that. But he is very good people. I've told you he's fed hundreds of thousands of people since the hurricane, and that is no exaggeration. Plus they have, I think, 5 or 6 locations. So those are a couple things I wanted to talk about. Anything interesting going on in anybody's world? Does anybody have anything to share? Has anybody thought about doing, any type of pay it forward or hashtag find a way to serve? It can be very, very rewarding. Hello, any anything is possible. Nice to see you. Appreciate you popping in. Deer Corner, hello. Thank you for tuning in. I love your channel as well, sir. Those when you get in the cabin, you do those little talks. I'm real. You have a real calm, poising voice. I love to hear you tell your stories and stuff like that. So that's always interesting to me. But so there's going to be there's some more going to be some more attempts at like pay it forward and things like that, and we're excited about it. If anybody has not watched the live video, it was I know it was like a live premiere or a premiere, and then there was a replay on JJ Drone's channel, Reefs Across America. It's really special. It's really special, and basically they transported all these reefs, and it's an annual thing. And I think it's the first year for Jason Johnson that he participated in this event. But this cemetery in Tennessee had 49,000 veterans in there, and they were able to get 30,000 reefs donated to place on the headstones, markers, what have you. So that was very touching. But then when one thing that really touched me was 19,000 veterans that are deserving didn't get it because there's not enough people contributing. And this is a national cause. It's not just in that location in Tennessee. So that was very touching, very moving to me. But if anybody wants to come up on the panel, just let me know, and I'll try and figure this thing out. And if not, then I didn't want to talk real long, but there's good things. Yeah, JJ's saying I wouldn't want to choose who doesn't get one. Yeah, that's a tough decision. That's that is really crazy. That's that's real. I don't know if you can hear the phone ringing in the background. When I tell you the phone rings here all the time, it rings all the time. Hello, Melinda. How are you? We're just talking about some things. I was kind of feeling down in the dumps. I'm trying to get motivated. When I see some YouTube channels or things happening on YouTube, or try and participate in YouTube in some way, I always feel better. Even if I'm not doing everything A-OK on my end, it's I'm not looking for sympathy, but it's the future's not looking real bright here in the next immediate week or two. So I'm like, oh man, it's like I've always said this before. Every time you take one step forward, there's two steps going backwards, and it's crazy. But anyway, so let me see what else is going on. I recently talked about there's a guy across the lake here. I'm at my mom's house, and he's been picking off ducks, shooting ducks. He was doing it for a while with like an air pistol of some sort, and that was an ongoing problem. And then last few days back, whenever it was, he had a rifle and was picking off these Muscovy ducks, and literally, I kid you not, like where the window I think he was shooting from is I'm directly in line of fire from where that was occurring. So that's made some craziness, and just stuff like that. Just once again, sometimes it's very, when you're kind of like, how do I say this? I feel like I'm on an island. It's almost like how to get off the island, but the other person on the island with you can't get off the island. They would need too much assistance. So it's crazy. And so just some of the, when the other person comes around, my brother, it sometimes it gets very uncomfortable. and sometimes there's not great discussions. And last week was the first time he came back in like 5 weeks or whatever, and then there was we had some conversations that didn't go so well, and so it's kind of crazy, but um, I wish everybody, the best going forward. If anybody wants to announce any lives they have going on tonight, please you know, feel free to drop it in the comment section. Say what you're doing, or when you're doing it, or if you have any premieres coming up, I have no problem sharing that with you guys. So anyway, I think I've talked long enough, and I don't see anybody coming up to the panel lest I miss somebody. But oh yeah, so yeah, getting back, I'm trying to read some of these comments. I missed a few. So what Jason Johnson from JJ Drones, what he's doing, if you are doing some type of pay it forward or hashtag find a way to serve, a gesture of some sort, he's asking that you do a little short video, like one of the shorts, the YouTube shorts, and hashtag him, at JJ Drones, and just kind of talk about what you're doing and maybe document it some fashion. And he's trying to share that out as much as possible. So so far there's with his assistance and my ability to deliver some of these things, there's been two going to be a third gesture, and then I have just a small little thing, a $5 gift card to Subway. I'm just going to give that to some random person walking into a Subway. There's some other little things in mind, but I think it's a cool concept. It always makes you feel better when you help people. I'm looking. I can't help but look out. There's all kinds of ducks and stuff, swimming and landing in the water, and every once in a while you see like a splash. And, I don't know if it's fish chasing bait fish or what have you, but it is a beautiful day out here. But there's always some type of lawn maintenance going on. Matter of fact, the guy that was the sniper over here, they're doing a lot of tree work over there today, and so, but most of the lawn care directly, next to these houses are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I had a short opportunity to get on the air and talk to you guys. And anyway, so I'll be looking forward to, watching some of these channels going forward, and hopefully some cool things are going to be happening today. We're going to, be watching some of the channels this weekend, and we're, going to try and make some positive things happen. Anyway, I appreciate everybody popping in and say hello. And I know there wasn't a whole lot of notice due to the sunlight. I was trying to, squeeze one in and hopefully lift my spirits, but a little bit. But anyway, thanks, folks. Remember, always know your legal limits, and feel free to check out any of these channels in the comment section. Talk to you later, folks. And remember, see ya. Talk to you later.